old wounds and triggers have been resurfacing, maybe even from childhood, things that you thought you healed. It's astrology time. Let's look at the energy for the week ahead. That energy is mostly due to the fact that Chiron in Aries has been challenging Jupiter in Cancer since around October. I've been talking about this a lot in my Inner Circle membership if you want to have a deeper conversation about it there based on how it's affecting your chart and get answers to your questions about it, because it's not going to peak again until the end of this month. This week, starting on Monday, we have the moon in Leo adding tension to Pluto in Aquarius. So at the beginning of the week, there might be this emotional pressure to really transform something about our lives that needs an innovation. This is going to be amplified by the fact that Venus will be harmonizing with the moon on Monday as well, maybe giving us a creative boost to do what we've been wanting to do, but maybe haven't had the energy this past week to act on. The energy to do and create might be more available at the start of this week with the moon in Leo, because moon in Leo is about embracing your joy, your playful energy, your inner child, and having fun with what you're creating and doing. But there could be some challenges around that because also on Monday, Mars in Sagittarius is challenging Saturn in Pisces. So there might be this tug of war between how and when we take action and what we kind of need to be disciplined with as it relates to our creative ventures and passions. We really have to have faith more than ever right now and act from alignment, trusting in the universe's plan for us and what is coming together for our lives. This is a big week of forward momentum related to everything that's been coming up and healing over the past few weeks and months. On Tuesday, the moon further moves into Leo, harmonizes with Mars, but also challenges Mercury in Scorpio. There could be some conflict between what we want to take action on, do, and create versus maybe what we have to speak up about or reframe our mindset around to ultimately have the change and transformation we're making at the moment. On Wednesday, the moon moves into Virgo, and over the South Node, there could be some emotional release tied to an old version of ourselves, so relying on perfectionism or self-criticism to guide us instead of our own spirit and intuition. Also on Wednesday, Mercury will add tension to Uranus and Taurus, begging us to shift our mindset around something and let go of the old way of doing things. Letting go of the old mental constructs to judge ourselves or feel like things need to be perfect before we can act. There's no such thing. So let that go. Thursday will be an amplification of that energy as the moon challenges the sun in Sagittarius, begging for further release of an old, outdated mindset. There could be breakthroughs and revelations as Mercury moves into Sagittarius around our outlook of life and what needs to change about it to move forward and have the dream we've been building for the past few years. On Friday, the moon moves into Libra, giving us this emotional harmony towards making the transformation we've been needing to make and realizing more about. This is the energy of it finally coming together, maybe through friends or community in the ways that we really need. Then on Saturday, the moon in Libra adds tension to Chiron. There could be something about that we're triggered around. Wounds continue to show themselves, so we can further heal them and move forward. Things might feel a little foggy or spacey. We might be getting a lot of messages through dreams over this weekend, as Mars will be challenging Neptune and Pisces. Really lean on your spiritual practices and trust your intuition to guide you. That extends into Sunday as the moon adds conflict and challenges to Jupiter in Cancer. Maybe a relationship is really challenging how we're able to nurture and take care of ourselves with some sort of routine or practice. And this weekend, we're figuring out how to balance all of that and not act from old identities or wounds, but from the new healed version of ourselves that we've stepped into. How is this all showing up for you? Let's chat about it in the comments. Find me on YouTube for your weekly horoscope with these transits, and I'll see you next week.